क्या ये आपके साथ कभी हुआ है कि आपने किसी और को मोटा बुलाया जबकि आप खुद अपने वेट से स्ट्रगल कर रहे हो, या किसी रिलेटिव ने आपको कहा तुम अपनी जिंदगी में क्या कर रहे हो जबकि खुद उन्होंने अपने जिंदगी में कुछ नहीं किया है? Now, let me tell you, as a psychologist, this is not hypocrisy, this is projection in action. So let me explain projection to you in two parts. In this video, I will share what it is and who does it. And the second video, I will share why we do it and types of projection. Projection in psychology means that what you see in others is not them, but a reflection of you. This powerful insight was shared by Carl Jung, the famous psychologist and psychoanalyst and psychiatrist who worked a lot on shadow self. So projection is a defense mechanism that helps you avoid those uncomfortable emotions and you unconsciously project it onto somebody else. This concept was first introduced by Sigmund Freud, who noticed that one of his patients constantly complained that her neighbors were gossiping about her. But in fact, it was her own feelings of shame and low self-esteem that she could not accept. So instead of accepting her feelings of shame and low self-esteem, she kept complaining that they were gossipers. Why did she do it? Because it was much easier to call them judgmental rather than accepting her feelings of shame. Now, Jung and Van Frans took this further, where they said that projection was also used to, deal with fear of the unknown. For example, if you did not know something about a culture or a belief system, you would label it as dangerous, because when you call that and when you judge it, it gives you a feeling of control over your fear. So projection is very simple. Instead of saying that I am angry, you end up saying, why are you getting angry at me? It's a defense mechanism where we unconsciously externalize our own emotions because we cannot handle them internally. Who does it? Everybody. But it is more seen in children, because during our childhood we see things in black and white. For example, a child who's cheated will very conveniently call others a cheater because he wants to overcome their feeling of guilt. A classic example of projection in childhood is the school bullying. Because he or she had their own insecurities or felt small or inadequate, is why they would dominate and call names to others only to feel powerful. It is also seen among adults with low self-esteem. For example, parents will say to their children that तुम बहुत बोले हो, तुम्हें दुनियादारी नहीं पता है. It's actually their own fear of not being able to cope up with the real world is what they project onto their child. It is seen among people who have poor self-awareness. For example, somebody is saying everybody judges me, but it is they who are the most judgmental and harsh critics are the ones who say others are judging them. It's also seen among those individuals who have unhealed emotional wounds. For example, somebody who's seen a lot of infidelity while growing up will always accuse or be suspicious of their partner cheating on them. Now, projection is also prevalent in certain personality disorders, especially among narcissistic personality disorders, where the person will say things like, you did it wrong and I always have to fix things that you go wrong with, because they do not want to accept it is their fault, is why they project onto the other person. It's also seen among borderline personality disorders, where they will say things like, I know you will leave me and you don't love me enough, where their partner has not shown any signs of rejection, but it is their own fear of abandonment is why they project it onto their partner. So my final thoughts on projection: it's not evil, it's not even intentional, it's your brain's way of saying that I'm not ready to face this yet. But if left unchecked, it can actually affect relationships, cloud your reality, and even hold back personal growth. Wait for my next video where I will share why we do it and types of projection. Until then, if somebody calls you selfish, take a moment, breathe, and think that they might be talking to a mirror.